going on, everyone? This is Marco once again on part 2 of my 1-week vacation in Planet Hollywood in Cancun. Thanks for coming back. And this is primarily going to be talking about foods in the resort. We will start off with this first restaurant, which is La Cocina Mexican Cuisine. Food here was fantastic. Pretty much everywhere we went, the food was amazing. So I couldn't complain. So yeah, they'll just pretty much sit you down here. These were my appetizers that I got, which was tacos de barbacoa, which was on a black tortilla. And on the next one was ceviche, which you get a good portion. It's a small portion, but it's a pretty good size for an appetizer. I'm not a big fan of black tortillas, but the meat was really good. So I couldn't really complain. And of course, my main entree, which I had to have before I even went there, was el pulpo, which is also known as the octopus. And this comes with veggies and rice. I saw a picture of this before I went to Planet Hollywood in Cancun, and I had to try it because the picture looked good and the entree was just as good. I also had a second entree, which this would be the salmon, and this also had veggies and rice. For me, I am a big eater. I'm a big fan of food. I enjoy trying pretty much anything. If I've never tried it, I will definitely try it. Whether people say it's good or bad, I'm pretty much the judge of that. So yeah, pretty much throughout the restaurants, all you have to do is provide your name and your room number. So that's pretty much the way you just get seated. We will continue here, which is your cafe and pastry place. Known as the Fuel and Cafe. This is great for children because throughout the day this has ice creams and pastries, and of course during the throughout the day, but mainly in the mornings. It's good for adults because they have a lot of coffees and frappuccinos that people will like. But we'll start off with this. This is the ice cream parlor right here. They do have a variety of ice creams. I can't really go into depth in this because we were there for a whole week, and daily they were changing constantly, so mainly on the flavors, but like the originals such as chocolate and vanilla are there, but like pistachio, banana, coconut, I didn't see them throughout the week because sometimes they were just changing them out. But you have the option of how many scoops you would like, and then if you want it in a cup or on a cone. And on the side you will have a variety of your toppings. And the toppings have a variety of such as marshmallows, peanuts, sprinkles, chocolate. They've even had graham crackers and gummy worms. So it's a good portion, and it's always filled. I never saw it empty while my children were there. But on the right side, you have a variety of pastries such as cheesecakes, cakes, and donuts and bread, as well as coffee for for anyone that will like them. And then we will go on to the only place that has breakfast. This is the only place you will get breakfast throughout the resort, which is okay because it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, so it's pretty nice. And it's the SoCal Gourmet Food Emporium. This is the only breakfast place, but of course this buffet is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But throughout the courses they do change. So we'll start off because this is where we had breakfast the first morning there. You'll have your raw meats, and on the other side it would lead to your salad bar and dressing. So you'll have that throughout the every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That really didn't change much. This for breakfast is mainly your containers such as bacon, sausage, and eggs. This right here will be your omelet stations. They have omelet stations throughout. I believe they have like 8 of them or 6. This is your steamed veggies, and right here they will have some type of meat, such as that day they had ham, but sometimes they've had turkey or chicken. This will be your other breakfast corner, which contains French toast, pancakes, and then this will be, of course, your toppings with syrup. Don't worry about it when it comes to the French toast and pancakes. They do have like the wheat ones. They have the healthier versions. Right next to it, this is what they call the vegan corner. This vegan corner contains like rice, beans, food that's gluten free. That's but throughout the day they do get changed, from different types of foods. And this would then lead us to our little soup section. This obviously, of course, will mainly have such as menudo and or pozole. Sometimes they probably did have some type of different soup. I didn't have none, so I can't really say if they changed it often or what kind they have. These are more omelet stations, and then of course you got your containers that contain bacon, egg, and sausage. This will now lead us to the fruit bar. And this also contains, any type of fruits that you will like. That's open right there. But it also has a smoothie station, which they call the licuado station. Any type of fruits that are available, just provide it to them, and they will, respectively blend it for you in either a regular milk, almond milk, and or water, if you would like. Alright, and then as we continue here, we will go into the cereal bar. As you can see, you have your chocolate milk and your regular milk. You'll have a variety of cereal boxes for whichever type you will like. And then this will lead to they called it the egg station. It's mainly basically foods that contain egg products such as chilaquiles, stuffed eggs, and then you have your juice bars. These also change daily, so just be mindful about what kind of juices you are getting. This is the little ice cream place that they'll have. That's usually only open during lunch and dinner, not breakfast. For breakfast, they will always have crepes. You have a variety of toppings in the front, but you will always have your pastries for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These will have cakes, cheesecakes, and rice pudding. Leads us to the omelet station. Like I said, you can also not only get omelets, but they can make you an egg or heat up tortillas for you if you like. This side will be the only place where they'll have the meat, such as pastor, chicken, and asada. You can also have burritos and tacos out of that. So just be mindful, you can always get all that stuff. And just let the chefs know, because they'll help you out as well. This is what they call the chef station. This change, daily as well. But a lot of times they'll have, tostadas, quesadillas, because it'll be next to the Mexican corner. So they'll have, different types of variety, but it does change daily, so it's not always the same, and it definitely changes throughout the day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This will then lead us to our bread bar and our toaster, which they have a variety of bread that you can just, toast up and butter it up, butter your toast, and enjoy your bread. The other side, you'll have your donuts, muffins, conchas, and danishes. I'm very surprised on how well these work, because we would get there in the morning, and a lot of times they were always just soft. So that was very good. I always enjoyed it. And like I mentioned, this is the only breakfast place you can get at the resort. And for lunch of that day, we went to an Indian restaurant where they serve, of course, Indian food. And this place is called Indian Restaurant and a Hookah Lounge, because mainly at night they have hookah lounges for people. So for me, I started off with what they called a fried cheese. It sounded really appetizing on the menu, and I just grabbed it. I picked it and got it, and surprisingly, it was good. It wasn't much flavor to it, but it was really good. My girlfriend on the side, she got some type of chicken. A lot of the stuff on the menu I could not pronounce, so I cannot tell you. For Indian food, a lot of it's kind of like curry, kind of like a soup / entree with the meat, as you can see. For me, I got a creamy chicken. That's what it was called in what they called it. And it looks like a soup, but it's technically a dish. They all come with white rice, and of course they do have bread. And this is pretty much what you'll get in any type of typical Indian restaurant. For the bread, this is the way they serve it, and they have 3 types of flavors, which is regular, garlic, and butter. So then for dinner that night, we went to Gusto, which is an Italian restaurant. And of course, it's mainly a lot of pasta stuff. So this one is called El Gusto Italiano Trattoria. So this is kind of like a fancy dine-in. So at night, it does get pretty busy. We went in around almost closing time, so that's why it wasn't that busy. I do apologize for the darkness, but we were outside in the patio. But as you can see, I did zoom in as much as possible. This is my appetizer, which was raw meat. And for my entree, once again, I got 2 items for my entree, which was lamb with pasta on the side, and ravioli for my second entree. I did get to try, because for the most part in my family, I am considered the garbage disposal. So I did get to try, my family's food that, they weren't able to eat, such as fish, pizza, and lasagna. So I did get to try certain other foods that I did not pick, of course. But overall, the food was very good there. I enjoyed it. This is the place that's only open for lunch, not open for breakfast nor dinner. This is Guy's Burger Joint, and this is always packed. This is open from 11 a.m. to, I believe, 5 or 6 p.m. This was always busy every day. So I do suggest you try this food or these burgers, because these burgers are really good. I would probably compare this place to like In-N-Out, but in my opinion, just not as good as In-N-Out, of course. But the menu is pretty similar, because they do only have 4 burgers on the menu. All the food. Oh, I ordered 2 burgers out of the 4, and they all come with fries and a drink. They will not let you in if you are, in a bathing suit or you are wet, which I found kind of weird or odd, because it's right next to the Jurassic Park, which is the children area. But you just gotta make do with it. But yeah, here's the food. Don't let the burgers on the video fool you. The burgers were, 1, they were really good, and 2, they were filling. I was able to eat both of them and my fries, but like I said, I am a big fan of food and I enjoy eating. For dinner, we went to this sushi rice place where they make, they cook in front of you and they conduct a little show for you. I would compare this place kind of to a Shogun or a Benihana's, if you guys are familiar with it. The place is called East Sushi and Teppanyaki Bar. And, be seated in front of a chef who will then cook and perform some type of small show. So let's take a listen. ¿Otro jugo de piña? Gracias. This is not my first time at a place like this, but this was actually the first time I've had a chef that kind of, had the family interact, such as he would throw a piece of vegetable, mainly a broccoli, towards us, and we would catch it with our mouth. I took a picture of this where that's my daughter, and that's a small piece of broccoli, and of course she has her mouth open. This place has sushi, fried rice, and then of course your entree meal. Your entree meal is your choice of chicken, steak, shrimp, or a combination of all 3. For me, I chose a combination of all 3 because I wanted to try everything like I mentioned. So I did have the sushi, I did have the fried rice, and I did have my entree meal at this place. A lot of times this place would be better off if you do get a reservation, so that way you're not waiting or you get denied to go there. And of course, if you do not want to leave your room and you just want to order room service, they have that as well. For room service, you can order room service over the phone or through your television. They have a variety of food, and they do have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as pastries. As you can see, I tried pretty much almost everything that day, so it was really good. I enjoyed all the pastries there. This place is your outdoor theaters. Right when you walk outside of the lobby after checking in, this is where they hold a lot of fun activities for adults and children. I cannot really go more into depth in this because was a special occasion on this one. Every night they will have something different with a different type of theme. This theme, of course, as you can probably notice and see, this was the Mexican theme where they had a lot of Mexican food, Mexican dancing, and a history of Mexico. But every night this thing changes, but they have a lot of food. It's always changing. So that's all I can go off of that. As well as before they even start and even while you're eating, they will have fun activities for adults and children. And right now we will see a fun interaction that they had with adults.
Repeat after me, okay? People, are you ready? People, are you ready? No. That's happened, yeah. You understand. Caminando por ahí. Caminando por aquí. Por ahí, por el mercado. Por ahí, por la caldo. Cuando de repente vi, cuando le rapí, una. Ya te querís. Cucaracho, no. Cucaracho, no. ¡El aplauso! Y que la mato. Ay, perdón, sorry. Que la mato y la remato. Y que le mato, que la mato, y le mato, que la mato, que la mato. ¡El aplauso!
So this is all voluntary. If you want to go up there, you can always go up there. They always, want, the staff wants people to participate. They'll have their children playing sometimes on the stage or sometimes on the ground, depending on what the activity is. And then of course adults sometimes will be up there, and you can always volunteer to go up there and have some enjoyment out of it. And like I said, this was a Mexican theme that night. I cannot, specify on what theme they will have while you are there. So this was a great place. They had great food, great dessert, great appetizers as well, and great interactions. But overall, we pretty much tried every place there. I think there was only one place that I wanted to try, but we didn't because, one, we were kind of running short on time, and two, it's a place that you do have to pay. So that was the main things. But other than that, we did try every single restaurant and food area that they had there. By the end of the week, I was actually surprised that I had only gained like 5 pounds. But like I said, I do look forward to coming back here in the near future and seeing how it still is going. But overall, the atmosphere there was great. The food was amazing. And like I said, the staff was great. And don't worry about the menu. Don't worry about the employees there. For the menu, they'll have an English side and a Spanish side. And for all the employees there, they all speak English and Spanish. It's a requirement for them, according to one of the employees that told me, for them to be able to work there. So let me know what you think about this. If you want me to go in depth of any restaurants that you saw here, feel free to comment, and I will, gladly make that video for you. If there's any other food recommendations that you recommend and for me to go try, please drop that comment down there, because I always enjoy trying food. So until next time, I will definitely make a different video on the star class axis as well. But till next time, all right, guys, be safe.
He's your friends, right?